Hi, Warriors. I would say the big feature today is follow through with this move to the upside in stock indices that I forecasted one day before on a show with Maggie, and then the following day with Real Vision. So that really was an important call. The feature in FX today is although yields are higher, the US dollar yen failed from the objective of the uh, falling wedge. So we're going to talk about that as well. We're going to talk about silver's move, where I think it's going to complete something that's just an update from looking for a third drive on a weekly. And I'm just waiting for TradeGATEHub to light up here so I could post it. Here we go. And then we're going right to the charts. So here we go. So I thought I'd start off with silver. This one was along from 3180 on this break that we had at 3180 here. So right there, this candle, this day on the pullback, and we're on our way to 35 to 36. Actually, this third drive line is going to come in higher. You could see that it's possible we're not going to make a new high. I'm still very positive the gold silver ratio net for silver, which means lower gold silver ratio, which is happening in a big way today. I said yesterday, even at 92, that it's still forming a top. This is a pretty decisive day that we're having today. Silver up a ton, 61 cents, gold up 14. So while silver's on its way to making new highs, I expect gold to do the same. We're not that far away right now, where you just had this little consolidation. And since I am bearish a gold silver ratio looking for silver to outperform, my preferred short is going to be gold. And I've kept us out of it because we did not have divergence and momentum was extreme to the upside. And then when we were here, I said, it's still over 70. I'd like to see the market do some work, consolidate, work off its overbought condition in the RSI, and then make a move above the recent high, which was 30.57. So we're about $21 away. My bet is that the gold will not take out this high, take out the 70 range, and at new highs, they won't be confirmed. So I'll be stalking, looking for reversal candles once we make new highs in the gold. That's the way I'm approaching it. A strange thing happened on the way to the interest rate scenario. We have a breakout that's failing now. Okay, so it looked like a breakout. That it's not a breakout. So we pulled back in TLT. This may have been it. I was looking for 88. I don't think I want to be short. The market's saying we're going to get lower rates. It's part of what's happening in the dollar too. Dollar just could not make any headway. I think most likely we're not going to see 104.80. It's possible. I don't like the action, and especially the yen leading it. So this was a lesson in how you trade falling wedges, because if you had the patience, the second objective was 151, first objective was 49, and then we had the pullback and we almost got to 51. Excuse me, it was only 50.94.6 for a high, 50.94. So this action to me looks like it's completing here in the end, this bear market rally. And your lesson is that wedges can retrace 100% of the formation, not 50%, not 61.8, but 100%. And that's why it was the target, because the wedge line was anchored here at 51.30. So yen on its way back down. Find a way to get short US dollar yen. turned early today. Perhaps there'll be some kind of bounce this week. Let's look short term so I could perhaps give you a level if we do get a bounce. Yeah, if we rally back to 50-30, 50-40, that would be a nice opportunity. Not sure if it's going to do it, but if it does, that's where I would short the end and just risk the highs with a cushion of about 70 pips. Canada is threatening the downside, and we just got a breakdown in the triangle formation I've been talking about. Let's see if it holds. Let's see how it closes. So that's what's happening in currencies that I wanted to cover. Oh, Aussie's acting pretty good after this recent decline to where I bought it originally. So not sure. It's obviously not the strength. The euro's not that far away from the high. Cable is actually be careful there. We have a spring statement coming out. So right now, the highest conviction trade is get short US dollar yen on any bounce. And you're keeping an eye out for gold to make new highs over 30, 35 and see what the RSI is doing. Maybe you could just time your gold short off a silver peak, which is still a couple of bucks away. Um, let's look at risk. Okay. So this was a pretty good forecast on the eclipse, the low that we got here. We've retraced over 38%, haven't quite gotten to the 50% level. That'd be 58.29 right here. And I actually think that, we could even make a move up towards 58.80, 59.05 was also a lot of confluence there. You could see it on the daily. So just take a look. So a lot of the melt up guys are back. In fact, I'm going to have Henrik Zeberg with me tomorrow. Everyone, Henrik believes that this was the end of the correction and we're going to have a melt up to new all-time highs. I'm not sure of his target, but we'll get updates. I'm looking to sell stocks that don't perform well on this correction. And what gives you tells is what the market does when the market's up. And yesterday, Apple really didn't make much hay. We're at this or right above the breakout level here of 220. So it's trying to negate the breakout. I'm trying to be patient and wait for at least halfway back at 229. And maybe the moving average, it's a 230. So, in this range, if we get there, my call was, I'm not sure it's still going to work, was a low on the lunar eclipse, a peak on the solar eclipse, which is Saturday, which means it could be this Friday, or it could be the following week. I know a lot of people that are looking for April, the first part of April, to be positive as well, meaning that when tariffs are announced, the people that were short, the market's not going to work for them. I think it's not the tariffs that the market has to be concerned about. It's the retaliatory tariffs by who we're slapping them on. And if we keep going tit for tat, and I really have China in mind. China said, their spokesperson said, we're willing to fight any war you want, America. So right now it's a trade war. So Apple would be a short that I'd be considering on a retrace. I'm still looking for 180 and then 150. I'm pretty bearish that. Semiconductors haven't made a new high since last January, last July of 24. Just show you when the market was making new highs, the semis weren't doing anything. You'll need a weekly chart. to see that they were the first ones to top. Their top was in July last year. So really still the weakest group are the semis. See what I mean? Here's the high. Okay, so very possible this was it, and we're just going to get a bounce up towards 240 and then head down again. So the king of the semis and best of breed, of course, is NVIDIA. Taking a look at NVIDIA, it's actually down today at 2016. 4-hour chart kind of says that, maybe we do, this was the first wave out and we do, A, B, C, and then mount another move towards the upside. I have lots of confluence at the 128 level. Look at this. So that's the level I'm going to be paying attention to. You see this. Also saw someone comment that it's the first time in a long time that the 50 has been trading underneath the 200. So that's still on my watch list. Let's take a quick look at the banks. The banks have retraced pretty good. We're halfway back on B of A. Not a bad time to consider partials here and then see if we get 61.8 to do more. The banks bank is a much weaker structure than B of A, which XLF, which held these lows, where B of A took these lows out by a long shot. So to me, that's a market tell of relative weakness within the group. So those are my looks. Amazon, still could rally a bit more. Looking for a lot of retracements here. Maybe getting a nice retracement in Meta. Let's see what it does at 650. Goog, it's been one of the weak sisters. Can it get all the way back to the neckline at 184 and set up a right shoulder? That's a possibility. Netflix, that's Microsoft. Does Microsoft have, 410, 420 in it? That's possible. And here's Netflix. Netflix, I think, actually has a chance to make a new high. That this is one, this is two. We were confirming here. So maybe we're going to make a new high in Netflix because we're all going to have to stay home and watch TV because avocado prices have already doubled. So those are my calls. The next one's yours. You can always join us in the room. It's free. TradeGATEHub.com, and bring your charts, bring your questions, and most of all, bring your passion. And because it's a tough business, and there is no secret. The secret is hard work and living through adversity. So if that really doesn't scare you, if it does, find something else to do. And if it doesn't, find good traders to spend your days with so that you could rise to their level. And most of all, don't just count your pips, count your blessings. I'll see you here, same time, same station with Henrik Zeberg tomorrow. Should be a great interview. We'll know what he's looking for on the upside before what he says is going to be the worst bust since the Depression in 1930. So on that cheery note, I'll see you tomorrow and have a great day trading.